we like music because it's quite harmless.
This right now is House Calls with Gilmore Tamny for non-event. I'm with Andrea Pensado. Andrea Pensado. There she is in the flesh. You have like a particular way you like to put it, nomenclature?
I still don't know.
Okay. It is interesting how people kind of wind up washed on the shores of noise or experimental music or sound.
Well, I tell you the truth, I just like it sonically. First,
Yeah.
I don't think, I was chatting with a friend the other day. People associate me with noise and all that. I don't, let's say, I guess I am. But if you compare with noise, with harsh noise and all that, I don't know if I am that. I don't know. But all those labels are not important. Again, reality, fortunately, is very complex. And I think all those labels are just an effort to try to organize the incredible richness of reality. Labels always appear later.
Yeah.
It's like, and they are always obsolete, always. The moment we have a label, there is something growing already behind, which there will be no label.
Yeah. Make it sound like a cliff is falling off a cliff.
Just they are waiting, looking how everybody rehearses. And it was really so complex. And, everybody tried the cables for this set and the other. And then I said, all this mess just to communicate. Just to communicate. I said, because this is what we want. This is what we want the most. But we don't know we have to go through things, or music in our case, or I don't know, politics or work or whatever. So I don't know. I think that what we do, I think that is very marginal, that very few people are really interested in all the things we do. And I think that's good. It sort of like preserves the integrity of what's being done. Because people don't do it. This is what I love in all these environments, in noise and all that. That there is a deep integrity in all these people. Yeah.
There's a real wheat from the chaff factor with experimental music,
Yeah.
I will say. Like, some people just are like, nope.
I was so happy to have a place where somebody allows me to put all those metal sheets to make noise.
Yes! Have you ever air guitared? I was trying to make you air guitaring.
No, exactly, no.
Like you are someone who does and teaches.
Oh, I love teaching with all my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I am enriched by teaching a lot. And I think that because I perform, I also give them. I love teaching. It also grounds me. For me, again, I tell everybody, for me it's a surprise that I perform. I never, yes.
Did you ever feel like you were in the middle of a hallucination or anything while you were?
No. When I am, let's say, I go nuts if I have, a project like this before. But once I am there, I focus.
Oh, those lasagnas today? Oh my God.
Takes forever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Forever. I was so impatient.
Well, it was awesome. I was so happy to have the opportunity to do it. And of course, I had no idea of what was going to happen because I worked with the metal sheets, so I didn't really know what the acoustics was going to be of the place. So I did whatever I could.
If you have any thoughts about non-event as an organization or your shows at non-event,
Well, talking about what we were saying before, what I respect and admire so much is the constant putting up shows. You know, it's difficult. What we were saying, that it's so important to do, to act, whatever it is. And non-event is always there. Now with the pandemic, now it's incredible. It's just incredible. And all voices, all aesthetics, this is going to become, it is becoming a very important archive of all the music life, of all this community. I think it's very serious work, and it's not easy to organize all this. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's like with everything, not just with music. It's like it's easy to talk, and it's more difficult to really act in reality, doing something, whatever. And the moment we start doing something, all the ideal things is like, ugh, because reality is rough, you know. And we have to become flexible, and sometimes it is not what we like, you know, and we have to deal with it. You know, it forces real action. And if we are just talking in the living room, it's just whatever. It's like it grows. It's nice to communicate and whatever, but that is not acting into reality.
But I don't know how you feel about spectacle. People are really
horror. No, not for me. Such a wonderful space that basically whatever we do is okay, because it helps so much that even if you clap and say it's already nice.
those lasagnas today. Oh my god,
takes forever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Forever. I was so impatient.
Obviously, it's very important for us, for our souls. I always tell my students, if they have to play and they are nervous or whatever, again, talking about paradoxes. At the same time, it's not important at all, and it is the most important thing in the world. You know, 99.999% of the people involved in this type of music is because they really love it. They care about it. It's like their lives is on the stake. You know, it's not easy. They talk with their families. Maybe they have no idea what they do. You know, because there is no, you know, it's just this community who really gets it, or they can be even supportive, etc. But they don't really get who we are. So I think it's super important, all this like community work. There is a quote, I think by Arthur Lindsay, who said, "I don't do what I want, I do what I can," which I love. And there were parts that I liked a lot, and there were parts that I thought were terrible. So it's for me. Let's say I always like teaching. In 7th grade, maybe I told you this anecdote. Once I had a teacher. It was in Spanish class, language, and I don't know. There was a system that we had to teach like students. I was again, I don't know, 7th grade, 12th. So I had a poem, and I had sort of like to teach the class like the metaphors. I don't remember. They had to tell me, and I was so happy, like trying, like making the class understand what the metaphors were about. And I remember my teacher said, "Well, Andrea, you're a teacher."
Okay, let me look through my notes here.
I like food. That opinions, even for example, whatever I think of what I do, or what I think about others is not important at all. It's just an opinion.
Uh-huh.
Like, I
Yeah.
think that the important thing is to do things, whatever, is because opinions, we forget, it's not important at all. The difficult thing and is to do something, whatever it is. If people like it, good. If people don't like it, good. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
It seems like you must have things firing on both sides of the brain if you're comfortable with technology and digital whoozy whatsery, and also composing. Actually, I might, the
I am amazed by us, by human beings, because we are so fragile and so strong exactly at the same time. It's at the same time, like terrible, like weakness, fragility, and yet we are so resilient. And that at the same time, you have exactly the two things, and you see it a lot in students. It's because I teach one-to-one, so it's very intimate. The process of making music is very beautiful, and it's very personal. So yeah, it's very, very enriching for me. It's also very grounding. Because again, you are with a person in front of you, somehow it forces you to get out. It forces me to get out of my own head.
Yeah, that
Because
definitely.
I have a person in front of me and I need to figure out the way. I always say the same, the way the person is wired. It's not going to be my way. So it's really a cliche that each person is a gem. They really are.
See, I'm asking you kind of semi-serious questions. Oh, well. I love carbonation, so I would like to hear your music translated into carbonation.
Because if somebody doesn't like your show or your set is shitty, nothing really happens. The world continues very well. But if you are a doctor and you fucked up in a surgery,
Oh, right.
the patient dies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever we do, you know what is not that important. Bottom line. So going there, the challenge was to deal with the huge space.
Yeah.
With the acoustics of the space, basically.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, it's cathedral-y, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it seems like, why drop a creature on the face of the earth that doesn't have the capacity to understand what's going on? Kind of,
We don't need to understand.